Question number 351. Question. In 1994, which state entered into a free trade agreement with Canada? Option A, Brazil. Option B, Peru. Option C, Mexico. Option D, Guatemala. The answer is option C, Mexico. Question number 352. Question. Which Canadian city was the host of the 2010 Winter Olympics, marking a significant event in sports history? Option A, Vancouver. Option B, Calgary. Option C, Toronto. Option D, Quebec City. The answer is option A, Vancouver. Question number 353. Question. King Charles II gave the Hudson's Bay Company exclusive trading rights over the Hudson Bay area in Option A, 1665, Option B, 1660, Option C, 1675, Option D, 1670. The answer is option D, 1670. Question number 354. Question. In 1608, Samuel de Champlain built a fortress in an area that is now Option A, Quebec City, Option B, Ottawa, Option C, Toronto, Option D, Montreal. The answer is option A, Quebec City. Question number 355. Question. The region known as the Maritimes includes which provinces? Option A, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. Option B, Ontario, Quebec, and Manitoba. Option C, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. Option D, British Columbia, Yukon, and Northwest Territories. The answer is option A, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. Question number 356. Question. The historical significance of Vimy Ridge for Canadians is that it, option A, was the site of Canada's largest military parade. Option B, marked the first time Canadian divisions fought together. Option C, was the location of the signing of Canadian Confederation. Option D, is the tallest mountain in Canada. The answer is option B, marked the first time Canadian divisions fought together. Question number 357. Question. What are the 4 rights of citizens ensured in the Charter? Option A, mobility rights, Aboriginal peoples' rights, official language rights, and multiculturalism. Option B, mobility rights, right to work, official language rights, and right of religion. Freedom. Option C, mobility rights, Aboriginal peoples' rights, official language rights, and rights of free education. Option D, mobility rights, Aboriginal peoples' rights, official language rights, and right to work. The answer is option A, mobility rights, Aboriginal peoples' rights, official language rights, and multiculturalism. Question number 358. Question. Canada played a leading role in the international effort to address the depletion of the ozone layer through Option A, the Montreal Protocol. Option B, the Kyoto Protocol. Option C, the Paris Agreement. Option D, the Copenhagen Accord. The answer is option A, the Montreal Protocol. Question number 359. Question. Since the 1970s, most immigrants have come from Option A, Africa. Option B, South America. Option C, Europe. Option D, Asia. The answer is option D, Asia. Question number 360. Question. Who is the largest trading partner of Canada? Option A, China. Option B, the United Kingdom. Option C, Mexico. Option D, the United States. The answer is option D, the United States. Question number 361. Question. The economic boom caused by World War II significantly benefited which Canadian industry? Option A, automotive. Option B, telecommunications. Option C, shipbuilding. Option D, steel manufacturing. The answer is option C, shipbuilding. Question number 362. Question: which Canadian symbol can be found on the 5-cent coin? Option A, the snow goose. Option B, the beaver. Option C, the moose. Option D, the grizzly bear. The answer is option B, the beaver. Question number 363. Question: what emblem appears on the cover of Canadian passports? Option A, the coat of arms of Canada. Option B, the national flag of Canada. Option C, a beaver. Option D, a maple leaf. The answer is option A, the coat of arms of Canada. Question number 364. Question: Quebec sovereignty lost the first referendum in the year. Option A, 1982. Option B, 1985. Option C, 1980. Option D, 1995. The answer is option C, 1980. Question number 365. Question: the landmark legislation that established the framework for Indigenous self-government in Canada is option A, the Indian Act. Option B, the Constitution Act, 1982. Option C, the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement. Option D, the Charlottetown Accord. The answer is option C, the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement. Question number 366. Question: Nunavut, established in 1999, was created to provide greater autonomy for which Indigenous people of Canada? Option A, the Inuit. Option B, the Métis. Option C, the First Nations. Option D, the Cree. The answer is option A, the Inuit. Question number 367. Question: Canada's first female Governor-General Jean Sauva was appointed in option A, 1984, option B, 1980, option C, 1989, option D, 1992. The answer is option A, 1984. Question number 368. Question: in the Oath of Citizenship, to whom do Canadians profess their loyalty? Option A, the Canadian Constitution. Option B, the Sovereign, Queen or King. Option C, Prime Minister of Canada. Option D, the Canadian flag. The answer is option B, the Sovereign, Queen or King. Question number 369. Question: what was the main reason for the construction of the Canadian Pacific Railway? Option A, to promote trade with Asia. Option B, to connect Eastern and Western Canada. Option C, to facilitate military movement. Option D, to encourage tourism. The answer is option B, to connect Eastern and Western Canada. Question number 370. Question: in which year was the Canadian Bill of Rights passed by Parliament? Option A, 1960. Option B, 1982. Option C, 1971. Option D, 1992. The answer is option A, 1960. Question number 371. Question: the term frequently used in Canadian conversations is primarily used to option A, confirm agreement. Option B, express astonishment. Option C, indicate confusion. Option D, ask for repetition. The answer is option A, confirm agreement. Question number 372. Question: Terry Fox, a Canadian hero, is celebrated for his cross-country marathon of hope in what year? Option A, 1980, option B, 1981, option C, 1979, option D, 1982. The answer is option A, 1980. Question number 373. Question: the first woman to be appointed as the Governor General of Canada, representing the Queen, was in option A, 1984, option B, 1990, option C, 1989, option D, 1981. The answer is option A, 1984. Question number 374. Question: French North American Empire's economy was driven by the trade of option A, pine timber, option B, dried fish, option C, beaver pelts, option D, gold. The answer is option C, beaver pelts. Question number 375. Question: the Canadian government must resign if they lose which of the following vote in Parliament? Option A, an education bill vote. Option B, a non-confidence vote. Option C, any sort of vote. Option D, a health bill. The answer is option B, a non-confidence vote. Question number 376. Question: which Canadian city is known for hosting one of the largest pride parades in the world? Option A, Toronto. Option B, Vancouver. Option C, Montreal. Option D, Ottawa. The answer is option A, Toronto. Question number 377. Question: the term Acadian refers to early settlers of which Canadian region? Option A, Newfoundland and Labrador. Option B, Quebec. Option C, Prince Edward Island. Option D, the Maritimes. The answer is option D, the Maritimes. Question number 378. Question: the policy ensuring that French and English have equal status in the Government of Canada was adopted in option A, 1969, option B, 1982, option C, 1971, option D, 1988. The answer is option A, 1969. Question number 379. Question: the official residence of the Prime Minister of Canada is located at option A, 24, Sussex Drive, option B, Rideau Hall, option C, 10 Downing Street, option D, the White House. The answer is option A, 24 Sussex Drive. Question number 380. Question: in which of the following situations you can ask the police for help? Option A, in case of lost or stolen property. Option B, if there has been an accident. Option C, if you have witnessed a crime. Option D, all of these. The answer is option D, all of these. Question number 381. Question: the last territory to join Canada was option A, Yukon. Option B, Northwest Territories. Option C, Nunavut. Option D, Alberta. The answer is option C, Nunavut. Question number 382. Question: the concept of responsible government in Canada was first established in which province? Option A, Upper Canada. Option B, Nova Scotia. Option C, Ontario. Option D, Quebec. The answer is option B, Nova Scotia. Question number 383. Question: which Canadian city is renowned for its International Film Festival? Option A, Montreal. Option B, Ottawa. Option C, Toronto. Option D, Vancouver? The answer is option C, Toronto. Question number 384. Question: the tradition of sending a Christmas tree to Boston each year commemorates Canada's assistance during which event? Option A, the Great Boston Fire of 1919. Option B, the Halifax Explosion of 1917. Option C, the Boston Tea Party. Option D, the American Revolution. The answer is option B, the Halifax Explosion of 1917. Question number 385. Question: in which conflict did the Battle of Vimy Ridge occur? Option A, World War II. Option B, the Korean War. Option C, World War I. Option D, the Boer War. The answer is option C, World War I. Question number 386. Question: the majority of female Canadian citizens aged 21 or over are given the right to vote in federal elections by year? Option A, 1921. Option B, 1916. Option C, 1918. Option D, 1917. The answer is option C, 1918. Question number 387. Question: which Canadian city is recognized for its significant contributions to the aerospace industry? Option A, Montreal. Option B, Toronto. Option C, Calgary. Option D, Vancouver. The answer is option A, Montreal. Question number 388. Question: who was the first female astronaut of Canada, making her spaceflight in 1992? Option A, Roberta Bondar. Option B, Julie Payette. Option C, Marc Garneau. Option D, Chris Hadfield. The answer is option A, Roberta Bondar. Question number 389. Question: in Canadian law, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty is guaranteed by which document? Option A, the Bill of Rights. Option B, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Option C, the Magna Carta. Option D, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The answer is option B, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Question number 390. Question: what is the significance of the term responsible government in Canada? Option A, government accountable to the British Crown. Option B, government responsible for its finances. Option C, government accountable to the elected assembly. Option D, government responsible for military actions. The answer is option C, government accountable to the elected assembly. Question number 391. Question: what proportion of manufactured goods in Canada are produced by Ontario and Quebec combined? Option A, 25%. Option B, 50%. Option C, 75%. Option D, 15%. The answer is option C, 75%. Question number 392. Question: the Peace Tower in the Parliament buildings was built to commemorate. Option A, World War II. Option B, World War I. Option C, the Korean War. Option D, the Boer War. The answer is option B, World War I. Question number 393. Question: Canada welcomed over 37,000 refugees in 1956 from which country? Option A, Hungary. Option B, South Africa. Option C, Ethiopia. Option D, Vietnam. The answer is option A, Hungary. Question number 394. Question: what significant environmental campaign was initiated by Canada in 1992? Option A, The Green Belt Movement. Option B. The Blue Box Recycling Program. Option C. The Earth Summit's Global Forum. Option D. The International Boreal Forest Agreement. The answer is option C. The Earth Summit's Global Forum. Question number 395. Question: Forced marriage is permitted in Canada? Option A. For some religions. Option B. If spouse belongs to a foreign country. Option C. Not permitted in Canada under any circumstances. Option D. In some provinces and territories.
(396). Question: The prehistoric fossils and dinosaur found in Option A. Saskatchewan. Option B. Alberta. Option C. Manitoba. Option D. Ontario. The answer is option B. Alberta. Question number 397. Question: The enforcement of the laws of Canada is the basic function of Option A. Court. Option B. Judge. Option C. Rangers. Option D. Police. The answer is option D. Police. Question number 398. Question: Currently, 75% of Canadians work in Option A. Information technology. Option B. Manufacturing. Option C. Services. Option D. Natural resources. The answer is option C. Services. Question number 399. Question: How many people can run for office in a single electoral district? Option A. As many as apply. Option B. 48. Option C. 18. Option D. 21. The answer is option A. As many as apply. Question number 400. Question: Canada has a population of about Option A. 38 million. Option B. 24 million. Option C. 18 million. Option D. 49 million. The answer is option A. 38 million.